Hello? It's just a comedy of errors, isn't it? Cranking, guys, get on the wheel. I need the juice. Am I back? Hello, hello. Please say I'm back. You are. Oh, thank God. Okay, it works, but it's upside down for some reason. I don't know why. Why you weren't upside down a minute ago? That's okay, I can just rotate the phone. Is the wire in the way? Now the wire's in the way. Why are you upside down? You weren't upside down a second ago. I'm really mad. Oh, it's just a comedy of errors for the old dear, isn't it? It's okay, it can only get better. You can rotate the source, Goober. I just flipped my phone upside down. Okay. We're so back. Except it's positioned poorly. We're not back. We're not back at all yet. Fuck! Oh, darkness imprisoning me. Natural order, I cannot. Okay. Now the zoom doesn't work. Bro, whoever called me, I am actually going to beat up. Okay, I guess that'll have to do, I hope. Hi, why? That is way too zoomed in. You did not look that zoomed in a minute ago. That's better, okay. We're so back! In the darkest depths of It's So Over, I find my final dose of I'm so fucking back. Hi. Oh my god, Kieran, hi. Oh my god, hot hands, hi. I'm zoomed in, I can zoom out and give you bigger hot hands, hi. Oh my god, Kieran, hi. VOD watchers, hi, welcome back from the 6 minutes of whatever the fuck that was. And by 6 minutes, I mean 11 trillion minutes. Show Red Mage card for Kieran? Yes, sir. Here you go. Oh, put it down so it can actually focus. Red Mage's Rapier. Sadly only a common, but it is very beautiful. The Red Mage is the best pull bear. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this creature gains +2/+0 until end of turn and is a wizard. That's not that bad. Why doesn't it have the Moogle though? I don't know, I'm sorry. As for best pulls, we've actually got like 2 of the biggest hits in the whole set. Oh, I'm now streaming Magic the Gathering. Haha, thanks, Stream Elements. We got Vivi, Ornitier, and Cloud. The Equipment Cloud. Vivi is like the top hit. Everyone wants Vivi, and look at him, he is my adorable son, full of C4. Because he can make 11 trillion mana if I play my cards right. Vivi $10,000 card, I wish. No, he's like 50 quid, but still. But that would imply I'd actually have to sell him, and I won't. I would never sell my son. Where were we? Yeah, we were looking at cards and then everything fell apart. The wind crystal. I've repositioned my camera, as you can probably see a little bit of the bulk now, but that's okay. The comments and stuff. Humor is pronounced squid. Squid game! What's a quid? Great British pounds! Sorry, it costs $40. It costs $60. You guys. Oh, and the backside of this is we were looking at this, and then we got the wind crystal, and then we were talking about the crystals, then Kieran raided, and then someone tried ringing my phone, and then everything went to shit, and now I'm here. My stream crashed, my internet died for a second. But that's okay, because now everything's fine, and all the raiders are still here. No one was turned off or turned away from any of that. They could see how well I can handle a high-stress situation, and also be entertaining during it, and they thought, damn, this guy's kinda cool. Maybe I should stay here. Don't Lumi K leave. Don't do that. God. I'm going to cry. Guys, if you left, you have to come back, otherwise I will cry. Anyway, yeah, side quest play Blitzball flips into this cool ball that Waka kicks at you. It is kind of cool, actually. It gives double strike. I might run that. I don't know. Anyway, the whole reason we're all here. 2-in-1 card. Yeah, there's a lot of cards that flip over. I opened 2 side quest fishing, by the way, Lumi. Wait, no, I'll get them. They're in my pre-release deck. I'll get them to show Lumi because it's Final Fantasy 15. They're not there. The rumbling of my pre-release. Oh, I'll show you guys the pre-release box actually as well, because it's actually like really pretty. Side quest catch a fish. That's for Lumi. It's Noctis doing the big fishing. And here's the pre-release box, which I think is really gorgeous. That's just an art card, I think. It's just a divider. But even the divider's cool. Look at the divider. No. That's the top and the lid. Final Fantasy 1 party. The little 8-bit magic symbol. Very cool. Okay. Back to gambling! The only 15 card we need is instant ramen. Not true. I need to get all of the boys so I can send them to Lumi in the mail. In the post, as we call it here. Yes. Krish's Wanderings from Final Fantasy 11. Rook Turret. Remember that after you control enters, you may draw a card if you do discard a card. Like this is what I mean. This is just some dude's Warrior of Light. You can't convince me otherwise. Who are you? What's your name? I can't see it from there. Fan Tuan. What a name, by the way. That's a banger name. I know that's just your Warrior of Light. You can't fool me. Warrior's Sword. Four for a 4/3. 4 mana for a 4/3. Not bad. Fate of the Sun Crest. Destroy target non-land permanent. Cost 2 less for target something tapped. Cornered by black mages. Gang. This is what we in the business call gang shit. This is definitely gang shit. Sun Crust. Crust. Kefka. All the Kefka cards are beautiful in my opinion. Laughing Mad is definitely one of the best art in the whole set in my opinion. It's this fucker. It's Kefka! Yeah, that dickhead. A Blitzball. Ooh, like, I can't wait for Universes Beyond Cristiano Ronaldo so I can put Blitzball in the deck and scream "Soo!" whenever I sacrifice it. Add 1 mana of any color, tap to sacrifice this artifact, draw 2 cards. Activate only if an opponent was dealt combat damage by a legendary creature. If you play multiplayer formats, it doesn't specify your legendary creature, so you can crack that on somebody else's turn. Primal Garuda from 14, where Garuda is, in my opinion, the hottest. Sorry. Blast something for 4, 3/3 with flyer, target creature control gets +1/+0 in flying. The Prima Vista. A lot of vehicles in blue. If you cast a non-creature spell for at least 4 mana was meant to cast it, the Prima Vista becomes a creature until end of turn. Cool. He speaks the truth. Let him cook. Garland, Knight of Cornelia. I fucking hate chaos. People like this guy as well. He's just a bit of a surveil engine. He flips over into a 5/5, but I'm not going to show you that because I think the rare is underneath him. Ooh, full art Chocomog. That's cool. It's not the rare, but it's very cool. That's really pretty. What card are we hunting for? Nothing. We're just here for a good time. If there's any cards I want, it's because I want them for my deck specifically. So I would really like Lightning Army of 1, but aside from that, I'm just here for a good time. This is the backside of Garland, by the way. Chaos. 5/5 flyer, when it dies, puts it on the bottom of the owner's library. So this should be the rare, and the rare is Golbez, the Crystal Collector. People like this guy as well. This is probably going to be a big commander hitter. I think he's quite cool, very artifact focused. When an artifact you control enters, surveil 1. At the beginning of your end step, if you control 4 or more artifacts, return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Then if you control 8 or more artifacts, each opponent loses life equal to that card's power. It is very, very easy to get 8 or more artifacts. Ooh, another rare, GF Cerberus from Final Fantasy VIII. Surveil 1. Double the next instant or sorcery for step 2. And step 3 is... triple the next one. Okay, well, that's pretty easy. You know who would really love that? My small C4 filled child, Vivi. And a hero token, and a full art mountain. Eventually we will get to the point where we start flying through the commons and uncommons. The Crinkle Crunkle, he's on that good. It sounds so nice, doesn't it, when you're like... For a second I thought you were munching on chips! Yeah, do you guys mind if I have a little midstream snack? Another Kefka doing a war crime. Seen you before. Big Frog. Scorpion Sentinel. Coel. Syncopate. This is kind of oral, the way he just kind of like stands, arms folded. Like, nice spell, dickhead. Capital City. From 14. No idea what city it actually is. I imagine 14 heads can tell me. Shambling Seath? Cope and Seethe? 3/3 for 3 enters tapped. When you cast a non-creature spell, you may pay black. If you do, turn this card from your graveyard to your hand. Neat. Ash, Princess of Dalmasca from 7? No, 12. I know what an X is in Roman numerals. It's fetches equipment, or fetches artifacts specifically, puts them into your hand. Very nice card. Nibelheim of Flame. Choose target creature you control, it deals damage equal to its power to each other creature. If this spell was cast from a graveyard, discard your hand and draw 4 cards. That seems pretty good. Flashback means you can cast it from your graveyard for its flashback cost. So it's 7, but it's still pretty cool. And the art's amazing. Sephiroth being the world's edgiest boy. Ooh, we got the Fatal Push bonus sheet. Battle at the Big Bridge. Look at that. That is gorgeous. Wow. Gobu Gardner as foil. These are rare, so I should put them in this pile. Full Art Forest and a nice little art card. Just double checking I haven't put any rares from the last pack into this pile. So I feel like I might have. I might have done a big silly, and that's exactly what I did. Looking gorgeous, and the cards aren't bad looking too. Oh, gosh. If I could reach the numpad on my keyboard, I would change to the blush toggle. However, my keyboard is over there because my desk is small. Anyway, I'm gonna eat more chips now. Shinra Reinforcements, that's a new one. When it enters, mill 3 and gain 3. It's a 2/3 for 3. Pretty good. Dinosaur, the only dinosaur in the set. 6/6 with trample. When it enters, gain 3 life. Forest cycles for 2. My boy Colossal Dreadmore could never be this good. Dragoon's Wyvern. When it enters, create a 1/1 colorless hero creature token. Thunder Magic, another one of the tiered spells, which I think is quite cool. Wizards are cowards, by the way. They should... The fact this says target creature makes this, like, doo-doo ass. Don't be a coward. Let me shoot somebody in the face for 8 damage for 6 mana. For 7 mana, sorry. Like, 7 mana for 8 damage is not good. You can give me that. White Mage's Staff. Vane's Treachery. Me when my AD carry in League of Legends. Okay, sorry, no, that's too obvious. Very cool. Eject, I'm revealing the rare, nobody saw that. Turn target non-land permanent to its owner's hand, draw a card, pretty cool. Rydia's Return. Nice. Yo, the train! Now all we need is Suplex! Suplex is actually in this set, by the way. Clive's Hideaway is the rare. So it's a land for Final Fantasy 16. It actually has the keyword Hideaway, which is very funny. And yeah, the Hideaway thing is you have to have 4 or more legendary creatures. Very cool. Ooh, got another rare. Dion, Bahamut's Dominant. During your turn, Dion and other knights you control have flying. When he enters, create a 2/2 white knight creature token, and you can exile him and return it to the battlefield on the backside. How can you tell what is rare? So this little symbol here, this is what's called the set symbol. It denotes what set a card is from. And based on the color of this, you can see whether it's common, uncommon, rare, or mythic rare. So for example, gold, rare. Silver, uncommon. Black, common. And if I just reach over here, red, mythic. So we want a rainbow. We want reds or golds, basically. So Dion does flip over, however there's another bonus sheet card on the bottom. Endwalker from Final Fantasy 14, which is a Brainstorm. People love Brainstorm. Great card and even greater art. Foil is Bard's Bow. Rabanastre is the city, and another art card. Well, that Endwalker is gorgeous. Let's take a look at the backside of Dion. So for 6 mana, you can flip Dion over, and he becomes Bahamut, Warden of Light. A 5/5 with flying. I should put it on the desk, I'm too used to holding it up to the camera. 5/5 with flying. For step 1 and 2, put a 1/1 counter on each other creature you control, and they gain flying until end of turn. And for step 3, you destroy target permanent, then exile Bahamut and return it to the field face up, so he flips back into Dion. Spoilers? Jeez. Oh god, I didn't actually think, do some cards spoil the games? That would be really bad. I can't be blamed. I'm more of a Magic guy than a Final Fantasy guy. If you're a Final Fantasy guy, then that's your fault. This is a joke. I know you're joking. I'm just... I definitely don't panic about everything. We got so many packs to go through, but we keep stopping to appreciate every single card. Blitzball Shot. Ice Flan, yo. What if ice cream was evil? GF Ifrit. Cloudbound Moogle. Yeah, why don't we stop to appreciate the streamer instead? See, now normally, I can't even say this as a bit, because like normally I'd be like, so true, can we get 11 million gifted subs? You see, I say a ridiculous number because I know then you won't do it. But then I know you would do it if I said a realistic number. By the way, if you gift a sub, you gay? Okay, I thought he was in the middle of doing it. If that would have been the call out of the century, by the way. Imagine if he did do it. Bro, do X if gay is like still the most childish but funny thing ever. Moogles, yeah, Moogles are a character type now, or a creature type in this, as denoted by here.
Thank you for the gifted sub.
Thank you for the gifted Silverhawk. Thank you very much. You can play a Moogle commander deck now, which is kind of cool. Sephiroth's Intervention. Well, I wouldn't want to be under that. Under that blade. Adventurer's Airship. Loporit Scout. Only. Sid, time... Yo, we haven't seen any Sids. Okay, so here's a fun gimmick about Sid, right? So blah blah, character type effect, who cares? A deck can have any number of cards named Sid, Timeless, Artificer, Artificier, whatever. However, there's something really cool about all the Sids. So Sid is in every game, is in every Final Fantasy game, right? Except Final Fantasy 1, I think. So in the Magic set, there is a total of 15 different art styles of Sid that change based on what game he is from. This is specifically the 14 Sid, is denoted here at the very bottom. But we could open another Sid and it could be a different art style from like any other Final Fantasy game. So there is technically 15 different Sids to collect, which I think is quite cool. I'm going to put that to one side as well. I'm going to see if we can collect any more Sids. Rydia, Summoner of Mist. Landfall Saga stuff. Ambrosia Whiteheart, I think this is another Final Fantasy 16, Big Chicken. Flash, when it enters, return another permanent you control to his owner's hand. And it has Landfall, gain one attack, which every Chocobo has. Cactois? Tois? No, it is Tois. I used to thought it was called Cactois, but they're Cactois. A 1-mana 3/3 with Trample, and if it didn't enter this turn, return it to your owner's hand on end step. This is people's dark horse for maybe this makes an impact in Standard. Again, on the aggression side, because red-green is the big aggressors. Cactua! Balthier and Fran. Unfortunately, we've already opened one of these, but the art is still just as beautiful as before. Coral Sword, Coral! Fallout Forest from Final Fantasy 11. And a hero token. Our first dupe rare, what a bummer. But it was gonna happen. I still have 2 full stacks of packs, by the way. This is just the first stack plus those 2 prize packs I pulled out. And we've been going for 22 minutes. Definitely because it's actually 22 minutes and not because everything went to shit a minute ago. Commune with Beavers. If you guys want to see a specific card, feel free to ask me to go back, but if I skip it, it's because we've already seen it a few times before. Dreams of Laguna, that's pretty cool. Blazing Bomb. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell for at least 4 mana was spent to cast it, put a 1/1 on this. Blow Up! You can tap, sack it to deal damage equal to its power to target creature, activate only as a sorcery. Cowardly, let me shoot someone in the face. This is a common equip cheater, which is it's a bit expensive, but people might like it. Boom, Kieran, boom. Fight on. That was the first card we saw. Blitzball. Magic Pot. Gimme Elixir. No thanks. Ilmeg Pixie. 2/1 with Fly when it attacks avail 1. Summon Esperama. I don't think we've seen Esperama. This creature deals damage equal to the number of non-creature, non-land cards in your graveyard to target creature an opponent controls. And wizards you control get +1/+0 until end of turn. Another capital city. Xenocier Galvus. Final Fantasy 14 girlies, contain yourself, do not go crazy. But there he is. This card is like, this is the definition of that bitch. This is a diva-ass card. So it's a 4/4 for 5. When it enters, you choose a creature an opponent controls. Until end of turn, creatures other than Xenos himself and the chosen creature get -2/-2. This can kill those creatures if they drop below 0 toughness. Or 2/0 toughness, rather. When the chosen creature leaves the battlefield, be it bouncing or killing or exiling, he flips over. The flip side, there's another thing at the bottom, we'll look at that in a sec, is Shinryu, Transcendent Rival. It slides all over the shop. 8/8 Flyer. As this creature transforms into Shinryu, choose an opponent. So this is built for multiplayer formats like Commander, which is a 4-player casual format. Burning Chains. When the chosen player loses the game, you win the game. So on turning into Shinryu, you basically choose a guy and say, you, and then your entire game plan is beating the shit out of this one person while 3 other people try desperately to stop you. It is the definition of diva, it is the definition of that bitch, and it's, from what I've been told, it's 100% Xenos. Xenos? Isn't this also a test of your reflexes, guy? And we got another bonus sheet card, Blessing of the Oracle, or Akroma's Will. This is actually quite a highly sought after card, and it's depicting Noctis's marriage, I think? So, you okay there, Lumi? I think Lumi's okay. Put that one in the sleeve as well. Foil is a common. Insomnia Crown City for tap land. And a big Femme Vieira with an axe for our hero token. Still no Gongaga for our tap land. Me? Gongaga. Gubu Gardener? Me? Gugu Gaga, baby ass thing. Combat tutorial. Target player draws 2 cards, put a 1/1 counter on up to 1 target creature you control. 2 cards for 2 is crazy. Pretends to understand Gongaga. I don't get it either, all I know is that people say it. Call the Mountain Chocobo. Put a mountain into your hand, then shuffle and create a Chocobo token, which is just these 2/2 birds with landfall, gain 1 attack. Paladin's Arms. Undercity Dire Rat. Oh, excuse me. So a 2/2, when it dies, make a treasure. Crossroads Village. Enters tapped, choose a color, add 1 mana to the chosen color. World Map, seen that one. Shambling Sieth, seen him. Ash, Princess of Damascus, seen her. Gladiola, look! Lumi, you're here, it's all your boys, they're all turning up! Gladiolus Amacetia. 6/6 for 6. You find any land card, put it onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. When a land you control enters, target creature you control gets +2/+2 and gains trample and end of turn. People think this guy might be kind of good in Commander because, whilst yes, he is 6 mana, this doesn't say basic land. It says a land card onto the battlefield tapped. And there are some fucking evil land cards that exist in this game, and like whole strategies revolve around them. So being able to tutor any land card is kind of crazy. Our rare is Edgar, King of Figaro. This is super cool in my opinion. There's a handful of cards that care about coin flips, and this is the first time a card has been able to rig said coin flip, which I've been told is very, very on flavor for this character. So when he enters, draw a card for each artifact you control, already cracked for the record. The first time you flip 1 or more coins each turn, those coins come up heads and you win those flips. So there's so many cards this guy can abuse, and it's really cool. And from what I've been told, the spoilers for Final Fantasy VI, by the way, this character's gimmick and how it's on flavor is Sabin, who's his brother. Neither of them wanted to be king; they were princes, both next in line. And he said, "Let's flip a coin. Whoever wins has to be king." And he flipped a 2-headed coin, basically giving his brother freedom as opposed to himself. He rigged the coin flip to intentionally give his brother freedom and make him think that he got away with it. Lamau spoilers. I did say spoilers. I did say spoilers. Machinist's Arsenal got another rare. This is going in my equipment deck. This is a card I'm actually looking for. So Job Select comes into play with a hero. And equipped creature gets +2/+2 for each artifact you control and is an Artificer in addition to its other types. Artificer, Artificer. I keep butchering that. But yeah, equipments, all equipments are artifacts. This is going in my deck. This is mine. I'm happy to see that. Oh my god, Maury, hi. Maury, I went to DM you, and you're not accepting DMs from people who aren't your friends, and I felt too scared to friend request you, but I'm down to, like, discuss Magic anytime, because, I forgot to add the emote, but the Kita cards thing you did for me on VGen was super cute, and you said, oh hey, let's talk about Magic sometime, and I'm down anytime. Kita. What? What'd I do? Eto. Anyway. I am hitting it big though, to answer your question. I got Vivi. I got Vivi Ornitier. Ornitier? I just be butchering the English language today, I think. Yeah. Eat your chips? Sorry. So we are going to be skipping through a lot more of the comments now that we've seen them. Slash of Light, Resentful Revelation, Grand Pulse Archu, I can't say Merchant, Iron Giant Superman, Monk's Fist, keep it in the bedroom, Choco Comet, that's new. Choco Comet deals X damage to any target, and you create a Chocobo. Any target, you know what that means, you shoot someone in the face. Gaius Van... Tell me, for whom do you fight? The one Final Fantasy XIV character I actually know. Let's fucking go. It's my Pookie. Yes, how very glib. Getting FOMO now, hoping maybe I can get a booster box at some point. This set is standard legal, or it's legal in competitive formats, and they recently changed standard rotation to be like ages. Like this Final Fantasy won't rotate out of standard for another like 2.5, 3 years. So this is going to get reprinted to hell and back. You will be able to get a box eventually. Arena about to explode. Arena, it's really weird. So like, little legal discussion for you. But starting with Marvel, I don't think they're doing it for Final Fantasy. But starting with Marvel, they have to print mechanically the same cards. So basically at the end of this year, style it back, start from the beginning. At the end of this year, there's going to be a Spider-Man set in Magic the Gathering. Some people are happy, some people aren't. That's a whole different conversation to go into. I'm not that fussed for it, whatever. If it exists, it exists. I'm pretty sure it's only for Marvel. Oh, okay. But basically, there's an online version of Magic the Gathering called Magic the Gathering Arena, and any card that gets printed in paper obviously goes into Arena as well to play in the digital format. But for Marvel, they seem to be having issues getting a license to print them digitally, so they have to create mechanically identical cards, but put brand new OC characters on top of them. So instead of getting Spider-Man, hero of New York or whatever, you'll get Glub Shito, hero of Magic the Gathering Arena. But they'll have the same stats and effects, which is kind of weird, but yeah, it does happen. I do want to try getting my hands on a collector box though, and I thought those are limited print. That will definitely be harder to get your hands on. Like, they were sold out months in advance. Probably due to the other card game Marvel already has. Yeah, true, it probably is due to that. Emperor of Palamacia? Do you mean like the FF ones? I thought it does apply to the FF ones, but I think they got the license for it. It's just Marvel at the moment. Where there's a Sephiroth that's just Traxxas. No, that's part of the bonus sheet. So, for example, this. There's a card, there's a bonus sheet in this set, which are mechanically the same. Yeah, so basically it will be like this, but they'll have different printings on them. So this is for all intents and purposes a reprint of Akroma's Will. However, it has a different name and different art. And the thing I like about these, and I said this at the start of the stream, is that these are all taken from concept art or direct screenshots from the game, which I think is really cool. Or box art in the case of that one. Wipes my tears away. Sorry, it was the one on top of the pile. I'm sorry, Lumi. I know a guy who did that type of thing with VTubers. They look very cool. Oh, my ass is talking about something else. Sorry, often. Emperor Palamacia adds blue or red, spend it only on non-creatures. When you cast a non-creature, if 4 mana was spent to cast it, put a +1 counter on the Emperor, and then if it has 3 or more counters, transform it into the Lord Master of Hell. Alright, Diva, relax. You're a 3/3, you're not that big of a deal. You get beat up by 1 Chocobo with a landfall trigger. When the Lord Master of Hell attacks, it deals X damage to each opponent, where X is the number of non-creature, non-land cards in your graveyard. That's kind of cool. Kind of fun. Side quest, Hunt the Mark. I think that's whatever his name is. I don't know his name. I'm just going to pretend I know his name. The guy, he's like a really edgy guy. Is it Vincent? Victor? Velcro? Vincent. I think he's a bounty hunter. I could be wrong. I'm probably talking on my butt. Anyway. Had the same idea, was going to open on stream, but it's two-headed today, so Mori Monday it is. Oh my god, Mori Monday! You going to any events? There was a pre-release this morning I went to. That was the only one I could get a ticket for. They were all sold out months in advance. Another Lunar Whale. We showed that one off earlier. Oh, and we got Zach from Stranger Things. What's it called? Final Fantasy VII Stranger Than Fiction? Gongaga? I don't know what it's called. I've been told this card is extra fucked up in terms of lore as well. So we opened Cloud earlier. I'm just grabbing Cloud. That one fucking Final Fantasy game. Yeah, that one. So, I don't know the story of Zack's game, but I do, like, apparently his story actually matches Cloud's mechanically, so Zack would come into play first, because he's only 1 mana, then Cloud, and you can pay 1 to sacrifice Zack to give target creature indestructible until end of turn, put Zack's counters on that creature, and attach an equipment that was attached to Zack to that creature. So, for example, if you had Zack and the Buster Sword, which is a real equipment in this game, it would be something nice to pull as well, attached to Zack, you would then sack him, give Cloud indestructible, put the Buster Sword onto Cloud. And people on the internet tell me that that's a real fucked up, flavorful way of what actually happens, but I don't play those games, so I'm like, damn, that's kinda neat. To be as unspoilery as possible, Cloud is a Zack cosplayer. You know what, that sounds funny on paper, but when I think of it, I bet you that's like probably deeply heartbreaking if I were to actually play the games. It's been an hour, please tell Kita to take a break, stretch and run ads. Never. He has cards to open. Kefka's Warcrime. Orvan Castlegar. Fish. Frog. It's been an hour, apparently. Well, my stream did crash, so it's probably been longer than an hour. I only see 30 minutes, that would be why. The bot's probably a bit out of whack because my screen crashed and went offline and came back online a few times. Magitech Infantry, Heal Geekus. Zaz's Chocobo. 0-1 for 1 mana. Landfall when it enters, when a land you control enters, put a +1/+1 counter on it. It's kind of cute. Good for the Chocobo theme decks. Little guy, he's a little baby. He's a baby. Magitech armor, I recognize these walkers anywhere. This definitely is the Final Fantasy VI walker. When it enters, create a 1/1 colorless hero, and you can then use that hero to crew it. It's a 4/4. Eden, Seat of the Sanctum. Taps for colorless, you can pay 5 and tap it to mill 2, then you sacrifice it, and when you do, return another target permanent from your graveyard to your hand. Not bad, not bad at all. Minwu White Mage from Final Fantasy 2? Yeah, that's 2. Vigilance Lifelink, when you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on each cleric you control. That's different. That's interesting, kind of cool. Ooh, another bonus sheet. Cecil Harvey, which is a thematic reprint of Timna the Weaver. 2/2 with lifelink. At the beginning of each of your post-combat main phases, you may pay X life, where X is the number of permanents who deal combat damage this turn. If you do, draw X cards. Neat. Then fight on, Vector, Imperial Capital, and another Chocobo. This little guy won't be little for so long, typical green. Yeah, true, that is very on brand for green. And what are they called? I'm gonna butcher the name of the funny leaf that Chocobos eat. Is it Gishal greens? Geishal greens? Gremlin greens? Green eggs and ham? Red Mage's Rapier.
Hi, hello, hi, Raiders.
Oh my god, Koya, hi! The pond overflows. Your stream is now infested with fish. Oh my god, Koya, hi! You were also playing Final Fantasy. Hello, Umfi. How are you doing? We've been opening cards. How was Final Fantasy? We got some big hits already. Look, Koya, look. Koya, look. I have the C4 infused child. The biggest hit in the whole set. I love him. Yeah, hi, for those that don't know me, my name is Kita. I play a variety of different things I find cool, stuff I want to share with people, or whatever the new hotness is at the moment. And, yeah, we're opening some packs. I'm a bit of a magic player, I've been told. I like playing Commander primarily, but I do like sealed events as well. And I couldn't resist. The FOMO kicked in, and now I have to... I bought a box of Final Fantasy, and we're cracking it all on stream. We're about halfway through. Still got another, I'd say, 15 packs or so to go. Lower the jazz a little bit. It's popping off a bit much. Of course, I can just about reach my mouse. Playlist is over in half an hour anyway, so we do have to find more royalty-free music. But yeah, thanks for stopping by. I hope Final Fantasy VII was fun for you. And of course, if anyone needs to eat or sleep or get water or whatever, please feel free to do so. You're not obligated to stick around, but it'd be a lot cooler if you did. Hopefully we get some nice pulls of your favorite blowbows. We have seen a lot of these commons as well. So if we're going to be skipping through them, but if you are interested in a specific card, feel free to say, and I'll stop and go back. But yeah, we're going to carry on. I'm on my way to a pre-release event. Hell yeah. Mine was this morning. They were all sold out. Like, it's really funny as well, because the guy at the end of the event, he was like, if you attended multiple pre-releases this weekend, please put your hands up so I can give you a cool dice bag. And I said, I'd love to, but you sold them out, like, several weeks in advance. I could only come to this one. But yeah, I played today. I got 7th out of 32. I went 2 wins, 2 draws playing green-white. It was a lot of fun though, I really enjoyed it. It's a really fun set to play in Sealed in my opinion. It's very grindy because this is like probably, the set is a little bit more designed with Commander in mind, but there's some really good bombs in there and it's a lot of stuff that's fun to play around. I really enjoyed it. So I hope you have fun as well. Good luck. Balam T. Rexor. Dragoon's Wyvern. Anything we haven't seen before I will stop and read out. We have seen most of these. Ari, man. Me when my friend is really into that one League of Legends mid laner. 2/2 flying Death Touch, sack another creature artifact for 3 and draw a card. Not that great. Quistis... Oh wow, Quistis Trep. When Quistis enters, you may cast target instant or sorcery card from a graveyard, and mana of any type can be spent to cast that spell. So it'll be put into a graveyard, exile it instead. Oh, it's a lot like a Snapcaster Mage, in a weird way. Like a bad Snapcaster Mage, but actually kind of good. Some decks would definitely want this. Sandworm! When this creature enters, destroy target land, its controller may search the library for a basic land to put onto the battlefield tapped. This is good. Remember earlier when I was saying that certain land cards in this game are heinous and evil and criminal? Run land destruction. If you're getting into Magic the Gathering, if you think land destruction is evil, it's not. It's a necessary part of the game. Don't worry. You can blow up a land or 2 for your homies. They'll get over it, I promise. How many boosters to get? I'm assuming you mean to get through? Or how many boosters do you get? Hang on. It's holding all my rubbish, so I need to dump that over onto my bed. 30 play boosters, but I also opened the 2 prize booster packs from my pre-release, so we're opening 32 in total today. Battle menu. This wins my award for most flavorful card of the entire set, in my opinion. So it's a 2-mana instant, and it's literally just on brand for just having the battle, if that makes sense, in a Final Fantasy game. You can attack, which is to make a guy, use an ability, which is to make a guy have +4 toughness, use magic to destroy target creature, or use an item to gain 4 life. It's so on flavor and so rich in options. This is probably one of my favorite cards of the whole set. I really like this card. Rare for the pack, Matoya Archon Elder from 14. Whenever you scry or surveil, draw a card. After you scry or surveil. Not bad. Cool little engine. Foils a Blitzball shot. Full art planes, and a cool little art card. Got a funny feeling I have accidentally put a rare in my bulk, so I'm just going to have a little look through that. So I nearly just went to do it with her. Just going to have one quick check. No, it's just that there's tons of legendaries in this, and it does throw me off a little bit. Okay. Any Tonberries? No Tonberries at the moment, sadly. Even if you open a whole box, you're not guaranteed to get one of every uncommon. You'll probably get a one of every common if I had to guess. But some uncommons will elude you, and of course rares and mythics will as well. Thunder Magic, which we've seen before. Running out of space on my desk, so I'm going to put them up here. White Mage's Staff. I'm not going to do that, actually. Instead, I'm going to move this current big stack of cards over there, so I don't put my hand over the card every time I go to move it. Aha! He's clever. Means treachery. Gonna get Becca some water and a coffee for me. Be right back. Do not pull Noctis while I'm not here. Okay. Guys, if we find Noctis, we need to act like I didn't find Noctis. And then just like kind of slide it under one of the cards in a future pack, okay? Ice Flan. Summon GF Ifrit. There's actually 2 Noctises. Noctis is a reprint of Kenrith, and someone played it against me in pre-release and like completely walled me out of the game. I played against like an absolute demon in pre-release. Like his deck was insane. I'll pretend I didn't hear that. Hear what? Elixir? 1 mana, enters tapped, 5 and tap it to exile it. Shuffle all non-land cards from your graveyard into your library. You gain life equal to the number of cards shuffled into your library this way. Someone in my group chat, I'm in a handful of Magic group chats, someone said, does anyone have any elixirs to trade? And I said, yeah, I've got loads, but I might need them later. And nobody got it. I thought I was cooking with like the funniest joke ever. Like, but no one got it, and they were like, "Oh, sick! When can you have it for? Like, can you give me some?" And I was like, "No, I don't actually have any. I'm just making a resource hoarding joke." Dark Knight's Greatsword. I see another bonus thing back there. Ride the Shoopuf. Dink donk, Velcro. Ride the Shoopuf. All aboard. We would have laughed. Yeah, you guys get me. I get your joke, TY Kita. Thank you, thank you. Landfall, whenever a land you control enters, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Becomes a 7/7 for 7 mana, which you probably don't want to do. People would like this in their commander decks. So we got another Vanille, but we got the fancy version with the number of the game she's from in the background. I'm really looking to collect some of these as well. This is the only one I've got, but I think these are super fucking cool. We've seen Vanille once before. Ooh, there's actually a different art of Ragnarok on the back as well. Oh, she's an uncommon, so she's somewhere in the bulk pile, but we should be able to compare. Maybe I'll post a picture later. But that's quite cool. Golbez, we've seen him before. He's our rare for the pack. Another bonus sheet card. It's Light Up the Stage. Not the best card ever, but it's not bad. Oh. Foil is an uncommon, and we me Gongaga. There it is. The Reactor Town. Golbez who? Golbez these... No, I'm joking. Golbez Crystal Collector. We've seen him once before, but he cares about artifacts. Namely, if you get up to 8 or more, and that is incredibly easy to do in a game of Commander. So people are looking at building him as a commander in a few of my group chats. I might do the same. Definitely don't have a blue and black commander that isn't zombies related. Another Moogle. I knew I can count on you for these nuts jokes. Yes, sir. I'm saluting, like, because I know you can rely on me. Sephiroth's Intervention. So ironic. I love Demir, but I hate zombies. Same, actually. Like, zombies kind of got old really quick, because they kind of all just do the same thing. It's like, okay, they all have, like, Lord effects, and you sack them, and blah, blah, blah. It's why Gisa and Geralf is my favorite zombie commander, because they're not actually zombies. They're just fellas. Well, they're brother and sister who hate each other. I kind of F with that. Dreams of Laguna. Blazing Bomb. Definitely starting to not find any more unique commons we haven't seen before. Magic Pot. Another Zac. Not foil. Thief's Knife, that's new. Job Select, so comes to play attached to a 1/1 hero. Gets +1/+1. When it deals combat damage to a player, draw a card, and it's a rogue in addition to its other types. That's pretty good. Nice little card draw engine. Freya Crescent, I was looking for this card. The rat from Final Fantasy IX. She cares tons about equipment, and I love playing equipment decks, because I am a gorilla. So I'm going to put that on my rares, because I want it in my own decks. The Gold Saucer. Land, taps for generic. 2 tap, flip a coin. If you win the flip, create a treasure. That would be good with our that guy we saw earlier who rigs coin flips. And you can pay 3 tap it to sack 2 artifacts and draw a card. Treasures are artifacts. Midgar, City of Mako. So this is part of the rare land cycle. We have 2 of those already. And this probably has the best sorcery adventure. So all of these rare lands, they come with sorceries attached as adventures as well. So you can pay this part first and then play it as a land later on. Sacrifice an artifact or creature if you do draw 2 cards. If the meta in Standard slows down, expect this to be in every black deck ever. Having card draw attached to a land is insane. We got a foil rare in the form of Triple Triad. We have seen Triple Triad once already. Fallout Island, and oh my god, he stole her. Hi, Twirl's hair. Hi. So Ishtola, how tall are you? I don't know, like 6'2" with the ears. Me twirling my hair with the ears! You're so funny! Anyways. Weapons Vendor. Fight on. Gubu Gardener. If you say it like that, it kind of sounds like a Yu-Gi-Oh card. You can hear it in Yugi's voice. I play Gubu Gardener. Combat tutorial, did you even play Shadowbringers? Nope. I got to 1.1 of ARR, and that was it. Called the Mountain Chocobo, Instant Ramen, Laughing Mad, best art in the set in my opinion. Reno and Rude, the Turks, right? That's what these guys are called. 2 mana, 2/1 with Menace. When they deal combat damage to a player, exile the top card of that player's library. Then you may sacrifice another creature or artifact. If you do, you may play the exile this card this turn, and mana of any type can be spent to cast it. So it's a theft effect, but with an added cost, and most theft cards don't have that, so it's kind of a bummer, but they're very cool and very thematic, and I do think they are kind of cool. I like them. Rufus Shinra. 3 mana, 2/4. When he attacks, if you don't control a creature named Darkstar, create Darkstar, a legendary 2/2 white and black dog creature token. I think it's quite interesting that I'm pretty sure I have the token for it somewhere. It's in my pre-release pile. But something that's kind of silly is that it doesn't specify here that Darkstar is a legendary token, I believe. Yes, it does. A legendary 2/2 white, black, and dog. Never mind. Queen Bra. I don't know what that is. We're going to ignore that. Nice. Go away. Go away. We don't know where you are. Queen Bran. Brane? Bran? Prowess. Which means whenever you cast a non-creature spell, it gets +1/+1 until end of turn. What does legendary even mean? Legendary is a character is a card subtype. And there are certain cards that care about legendary as a subtype, so it may have text such as destroy legendary creature, meaning it can only target creatures that are legendary, or a card may have destroy target non-legendary creature, which is the exact opposite. But more importantly, the legend rule exists. So let's say, for example, I'm playing a game, I play Rufus Shinra, he's a legendary creature, then I get to my next turn, I play a second copy of Rufus Shinra. There is a thing called the legend rule, meaning you can only have one card on your field you can only have one copy of a card on your field if it's a legendary and has the same name. So I couldn't have 2 Rufus Shinras on my side of the field, I can only have 1. So it's a subtype to denote a character of importance, but also has a few additional rules attached to it. When she attacks, create a wizard token. Wizards are these 0/1s that ping people for damage whenever you cast non-creature spells. Omega Heartless Evolution. We've seen this before, this is just an alternate art, but it looks raw as fuck. Very cool. Kefka Court Mage, the man of war crimes himself. When he enters or attacks, each player discards a card, then you draw a card for each card type among cards discarded this way. Then for 8 mana, each opponent sacrifices a permanent of their choice, transform Kefka. The backside of Kefka is Kefka, Ruler of Ruin, 5/7 with flying. Whenever an opponent loses life during your turn, you draw that many cards. That's kind of crazy. King of War Crimes. Magic Damper is foil for the pack. White and black tap land, and a cool little art card. You don't have to yap during pack openings, you know, my throat's starting to hurt a little bit. So I've got quite a few packs to go. Just take a little swig of water. Also, my playlist is finished, I believe. No, it's not. I've got 10 minutes left. Oh, excuse me. Paladin's Arms. Undercity Diarat. Chocobo Kick! This is cool. I haven't seen this one yet. Posture check, thank you, Arcade. So Kicker, Chocobo Kick has Kicker, that's funny. Return a land you control to its owner's hand. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature an opponent controls. If the spell was kicked, it deals twice that much. Neat. Retrieve the Esper, create a 3/3 blue robot warrior, then if it was cast from a graveyard, put 2 1/1 counters on it. As flashback, play it again for 6. Suplex! We got Suplex to go with the Phantom Train! This is so sick, the way he's just running at it. Exile target artifact. I love Magic the Gathering, it's where I can play my Final Fantasy VI Suplex on the One Ring. Crossroads Village. Adventurer's Airship. Reach the horizon. Search your library for up to 2 basic land cards and or town cards with different names. Put them onto the battlefield tapped and shuffle. You know that art is based on an FF6 in-game action? Yes, that's one of the few things I do know. So that character, I don't know his name. I think it's Sabin. I could be wrong. But his whole gimmick is like he does different like martial arts moves you can kind of put in. You can like manually input them, and one of them is to suplex, and you can use suplex on the boss, the Phantom Train, so you can quite literally suplex a train, and it's something of an in-joke among Final Fantasy fans, but it's also real and can happen. It's sick as hell. Hi Guy, my guy, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. Pretty nice ramp spell there, Sleep Magic, it's a new one. When this aura enters, tap Enchanted Creature. Enchanted Creature doesn't untap during its controller's untap step. When the Enchanted Creature is dealt damage, sacrifice this aura. Oh, because they wake up, that's cool. Phoenix down. 1 white, 1 and a white. Oh, I see red and white back here. Please be lightning. If this is lightning, I'll be so happy. 1 and a white, tap and exile, choose 1, return target creature card with mana value 4 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped, exile target skeleton, spirit or zombie. The flavor is off the charts in this set, I love it so much. It's not! Who are you? Giat? King of the Dwarves. 1/1 double strike for 2 mana. When it or another dwarf enters, and whenever an equipment you control enters, you may discard. If you do, draw. Ralban, the Bull of Alamigo. Ward, pay life equal to his power. Whenever he attacks, attach up to 1 target equipment you control to target attacking creature. So he cheats equip costs, which means he's actually pretty good in my deck. And I will be keeping him. Hello Barrett, we've seen you once before. Guado Salam, Far Playing Gateway is land. Another hero token. Giat, King of Ohio. Can't wait to get a big bag and throw all these wrappers in. Common we haven't seen before. Galacat. 3 mana flying, vigilance 1/3. That's not bad actually. I would definitely play that in draft or sealed. Easy to make it a 3/3 flying vigilance. Black Mage's Rod. Oh god, excuse me. Galacat. Oh my god, Tay hi! Precious Wanderings. For those who are just joining me, we've seen most of the commons and uncommons. For those who are just joining us, I should say, this is a community. For those who are just joining us, we've seen most of the commons and uncommons, so we're just kind of flicking through them. If there's something you are interested in, please say, hey, do you mind going back? And I will gladly go back. Rook Turret, Warrior's Sword, Vaporet Scout. Summon Anima, that's new. 6 mana, 4/4 with Menace. Steps 1, 2, and 3, draw a card and you lose 1 life. So a 3-turn Phyrexian Arena, that's pretty good for me. Pretty good by me. Each opponent sacrifices a creature of their choice and loses 3 life. Those are not bad. There's definitely better 6 drops out there, but it's pretty cool. Colosseum Behemoth. 7 mana, 7/7 with Trample. When it enters, destroy target artifact or enchantment, or draw a card. Pretty generic. There's nothing wrong with that. Another Garland. Cecil, Dark Knight. Isaac, ding dong. Isaac, this is the card you want, ding dong. I think... People are discussing this card, and I don't know how good it actually is. It's a 1 mana 2/3 with Death Touch, immediately fucking broken stat line. Like, absolutely insane stat line. Its effect is whenever it deals damage, you lose that much life, which is bad. But then if your life total is less than or equal to half of your starting life total, so 10 life for competitive formats, 20 life in Commander, you untap Cecil and transform it. The backside is... There's another bonus right there, we'll look at that in a sec. Bonus side, he becomes a 4/4 with lifelink, and whenever it attacks, other attacking creatures gain indestructible until end of turn. This seems crazy, but the fact it damages yourself and takes a turn to flip means I don't think it's quick enough to contend with the fast decks in Standard. And I think it's too slow to contend with the combo decks in Standard. I could be wrong. There could be people who are better deck brewers than me and better Standard players than me working on this right now. But people are what's the term? People are torn on this. They can't tell whether this is good or whether this is bad. I kind of think it's bad, but I think it's cool. I do like cool. So we got another rare, Ultima, Origin of Oblivion from Final Fantasy 16. 5 mana 4/4 flying. Whenever it attacks, put a blight counter on target land. For as long as that land has a blight counter on it, it loses all land types and abilities and has tap add 1 colorless. If you tap a land 4 colorless, add an additional colorless. So this is like, this goes in every colorless deck known to man, pretty much. And is also land Tate, which is crazy. Very cool though. Also, he's kind of like giving depressed goth energy. I haven't played Final Fantasy 16, but like he looks like if you ignore these 2 arms and just focus on the pose of this, he definitely is giving Mom Says It's My Turn on the Xbox energy. Got another bonus sheet card, Idea Kramer, Final Fantasy 8. It is a thematic reprint of... It's starting to get dark, that's why I can't see. I should go turn my light on. Teferi, Mage of Zalfir, and I don't fuck with any Teferi, so I'm not reading that. You are evil, Teferi, you know what you did. Just gotta go turn my light on a sec, so get a little bit more light on the camera, because the sun has gone down. Look at that succulent graining on my well-used playmat. Oh my god, I'm so pale. I'm so pale I reflect light. I can feel it with my eyeballs. Flashbang! I can no longer see. It's that gif of Louis Soir that people post when he's like about to explode. Fate of the Sun Crest, cornered by black mages. Gishel Greens, we haven't seen this, but this is more Chocobo synergy. It just, wouldn't you know it, makes a Chocobo. And you can flash it back for 7 to make a 2/2. Don't do that, unless you have literally nothing to do. Magic Temper. Item Shopkeep. We keep running into commons we haven't seen yet, which is a shock to me, but also kind of cool. Whenever you attack, attacking equipped creature gains menace until end of turn. I do like equipment synergies. Not good in my deck though. There's definitely better cards out there. World Map. Hill Gigas. Auron's Inspiration. Attacking creatures get +2/+0 until end of turn. You can flash it back for 4. Not bad. Summon Shiva. 5 mana 4/5 enchantment creature, a saga creature rather. 1 and 2, tap target creature and opponent controls, put a stun counter on it, which means it doesn't untap. And then step 3 is Diamond Dust, draw a card for each tapped creature your opponent's control. Samurai's Katana. 3 mana to make a job select, so 1/1, and this gives +2/2, +2/+2, has trample and haste and is a samurai in addition to its other types. Pretty good. Pretty good and sealed, I would say. Probably not good for my decks. There's the Tonberry! Dink donk! Mori! Mori, there's the Tonberry! You like this guy? 1 mana 2/1 enters with a stun counter. During your turn, this creature has First Strike and Death Touch. Enters tapped. It does enter tapped. I was gonna say, if it doesn't enter tapped, then that's a bit not good. Himb. I don't know why people like these guys. Aren't they like serial killers? The meme card! Everyone was like, this card's gonna break Magic. This is so unflavorful, grr. The meme himself. 7 mana 1/7. Whenever this creature attacks, it gets plus 9,999 plus 0 until end of turn. Check out this dude, yeah. That's really funny. Let me fling it. I want to fling it. Now double his attack for the flex. You probably could at instant speed as well. But the funny thing is like, because of how blocking works in Magic, so let's say for example you got a Tonberry. Actually no, don't use Tonberry, that's a bad example. He has keywords. Just use like a regular common. Where's my token? Let's say you have a hero token, right? So does it have to attack twice to have 10k attack, or is it on the first attack? So basically the way combat works in Magic is you declare attacks, attack triggers such as whenever this creature attacks go on the stack, then they resolve, then the opponent declares blockers, then damage actually happens. So this would attack, gain 9,999, your opponent would then declare a blocker, then the damage would happen to whatever is blocking it, or if he's not blocking it for some reason, his face. But what's really funny about this is another lesson for those who don't play Magic. The way blocking works is, let's say I attack with Jumbo Cactuar. I say, you are about to take 10,000 damage. If somebody says, okay, I'll block with my 1/1 hero, this clues in the name, hero, will then take 10,000 damage. Because this doesn't have any keywords. He will block all 10,000 of this damage. And will go down. He will be turned into a fine red mist, but your life total will be safe. There are ways to get around that. For example, the trample keyword does do that. But this card, just as is, with no keywords, is a meme, basically. But there are ways to, like, make it kind of useful and funny. Foil is Summon GF Ifrit, Full Art Plains, and a nice hero. This is probably my favourite hero token out of the ones we've seen. And not just because it's a strong, tall bunny woman, although that does help. It's a cute hero token in Limsa. I like that one, and I like the Rogue one. I think this one's pretty cool as well. We are yapping. Still got a few packs to go. Gonna need to calm someone to make a hero token on my Warrior Light. That's genius, and I want to do it for Cygnus. Lumi, dink donk. Any cute femme aura hero tokens? Isn't? Wait, no, aura the dragons. I haven't seen any dragons. Any aura on the tokens, actually, yeah. It's a lot of Makotes, Vieira, and I've seen a few, are they Rose? Yeah, the Rose. Rogadins. Aura. Yeah, sorry, yeah. Listen, you still haven't told me what you want for your doodle. Anyway, wow, look at this. Aerith Rescue Mission. We haven't covered this one, but I think this is quite cool. This is the part in Final Fantasy VII where you can take the elevator, create 3/1/1 colorless hero tokens, or take 59 flights of stairs. Tap up to 3 target creatures, put a stun counter on one of them. We've run out of music, so let's go to another royalty-free jazz playlist. Fall coffee shop bookstore ambience with relaxing jazz music and rain sounds. That's my vibe. Oh yeah, that's the stuff. Just replay the same, none of us will be able to tell. Okay, true, I didn't think of that. Marlboro cigarettes. 6 mana for a 4/4. When it enters, each opponent discards a card, loses 2 life, and exiles the top 3 cards of their library. It's also another one we haven't seen. Summon fat chocobo. Step 1, make a chocobo token. Step 2, 3, and 4, creatures gain trample until end of turn. Dragoon's Wyvern. Kefka's Warcrime. Adventurers Inn. Where are they into? Limit Break. I see white and blue. That might be a Sid. It's not a Sid, it's a Titus. A Titus? Titus. Whenever an artifact you control enters, put a +1/+1 counter on Titus, and when he attacks, tap target creature an opponent controls. Poo-poo UFO. Poo-poo. Flying 04, tap, you may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield. Pay 3 until end of turn, this creature's base power becomes equal to the number of towns you control. Swallowed by Leviathan. Choose target spell, surveil 2, then counter the chosen spell unless its controller pays 1 for each card in your graveyard. Which basically may just say, choose target spell, surveil 2, then counter chosen spell. Side quest, raise a chocobo! When it enters, create a chocobo token, and at the beginning of your first main phase, if you control 4 or more birds, transform it. Is the rare on the bottom? I think it might be. It is. It's another water crystal. Black chocobo. Search your library for a land card, put onto the battlefield shaft, and then shuffle. We already have a water crystal, bit of a bummer to get a duplicate, but it is what it is. We got a foil self-destruct, foil Guado Salam, and a cool art card of Terra? Could be wrong. There's a smaller bulk pile of tokens and lands over there to the left. Not to be confused with the mountainous bulk pile. That is this. Oh, I'm gonna have to sort all these out and find a box to put them in. Fuck. Self-destruct pictured me when I step outside into the heat after I get my AC unit. This is me after someone says, "Who the hell is Steve Jobs?" Lick my balls. Summon Chocomog. Shinra Reinforcements. Balaam T-Rexor. Scorpion Sentinel. Obsidian Elder. Sahagin. Black Waltz number 3. Flying Death Touch 2/2. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, Black Waltz number 3 deals 2 damage to each opponent. Okay, so the Black Wizard tokens we've been seeing, or cards that reference that. Let's see if I can try and find one. Here we go. They're just an 0/1. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this token deals 1 damage to each opponent. He's just like the big dick version of those, and I fuck with that heavy. Also, the card art is aura as hell. He looks super cool. Torgal, a Fine Hound. So we've got every member of Clive's gang except Clive himself. I'm sure Silverhawk is upset about that. Excellent Hound, even. Yes, he's a good boy. If you cast your first human creature spell each turn, that creature enters with additional 1/1 counter on it for each dog and or wolf you control. Kita, I heard you have a card to show me. Oh, it's in the bulk. It's an uncommon. I found Ride the Shoe Puff. I'm looking for it. If it's in the big pile, it's doomed. It's food for the world. I found it. Ride the Shoe Puff. Look, Vel, it's that card you liked. Yeah, hell yeah. Made Vel smile. 1 me games? Oh damn, okay. I mean, actually, yeah, it's just consistent 1/1 counters. I love that card. Point. Sorceress's Schemes. Return target instant or sorcery from your graveyard or exiled card with flashback you own to your hand. Oh, that's cool. There's not many cards that get things back from exile. Especially because if you get this back from exile, like if you get a card with flashback back from exile, you can basically play it twice again. So you can play the same card 4 times. They're pretty crazy. Kane, Traitorous Dragoon. During your turn, Kane has flying. Whenever Kane deals combat damage to a player, that player gains control of Kane. If they do, you draw that many cards, create that many tapped treasure tokens, then lose that much life. The most brainwashed man of all time. Full Art the Fire Crystal. So this is our 3rd crystal. Probably the worst one of the bunch, but definitely one of the cooler arts. Red spells you cast cost 1 less to cast, creatures you control have haste. 4 and 2 red, tap it, create a token that's a copy of target creature, sacrifice at the beginning of the next end step. Pretty good. It's really pretty, actually. Another bonus sheet card, Newfound Adventure. It's a copy of Farseek. This is the guy, isn't it? Isn't this like John A Realm Reborn? From like all the trailers? Meteor, them. That's the guy! That's him! Paladin's Arms, Windhurst, and a Chocobo. John Final Fantasy. That's what we've been waiting for. Still plenty of packs to go. I'll let you guys know when we get down to the final 3 or so. As I eat chips, as Lummy says. Slash of Light. Amazu Trader. Gigantode. Sage's Newliths. Red Mage's Rapier. Monk's Fist. I've already made that joke twice. Iron Giant. Already made that joke twice. Summon Primal Garuda. Twirl's Hair. The Prima Vista. The Final Days. Create 2 tapped 2/2 black horror creature tokens. If this spell was cast from a graveyard, it said create X of those tokens, where X is the number of creature cards in your graveyard. That's pretty sick. What's he from? He's from 14. He's kinda scary looking. Panics. Side quest, catch a fish. Lumi, ding dong. You're already here though. The Wandering... Yo! It's Yoshi P! That's the guy! We got Yoshi P himself! Yoshi P! The Wandering Minstrel, 1 blue, 1 green. Lands you control enter untapped. So a lot of lands, especially the towns, they all have this land enters tapped as text. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you control 5 or more towns, which is a subtype for lands, you create a 2/2 elemental creature token. That's all colors. Then for 3 plus Wooburg, which is shorthand for 1 of each color, other creatures you control get +X until end of turn, where X is the number of towns you control. That seems pretty fun. 5 color towns, that might be a fun deck. Eject, a foil, Full Art Forest, and a hero. Is that an aura? No. Anyone know if Kita pulled Relic of Legends? I think Relic of Legends is a commander only card, sadly. Otherwise I would sadly dink donk if I did. Dink donk but sad. All the heroes are from 14. Yeah, and it's just artists 100% drawing their Warriors of Light. Also the tokens are reversible. Oh yeah, they are. So they are. More chocobos. It's basically either going to be a chocobo, a hero, or a wizard. And that's pretty much it. The only interesting tokens are Darkstar and the dog, whose name I forgot. What about the dog? Yeah. I got Darkstar and the dog from pre-release, but we haven't seen them yet. And Sephiroth's token. Oh yeah, Sephiroth's emblem. Yeah. That'd be good. White Mage's Staff. Who? The kid. That guy. Airship Crash. That guy. Thunder Magic. Magitech Infantry. Town Greeter. Syncopate. Galuf or Galuf's Final Act. Till end of turn, target creature gets +1/+0 and gains when this creature dies, put a number of +1/+1 counters equal to its power on up to 1 target creature. That's kind of cool. I do like when this creature dies effects. Black is really good at doing them. They normally have when this creature dies, just bring it back. But this is something different. I kind of like this. And 1+1/+1 counters is very on brand for green. Unexpected request. Gain control of target creature until end of turn. Untap that creature. It gains haste until end of turn. You may attach an equipment you control to that creature. If you do, unattach it at the beginning of the next end step. So normally they print a lot of these for 3 mana. You temporarily steal somebody's creature. They're like a very aggressive way to close out games. But they normally have the mechanic of that set attached to it. And seeing as red-white is very equipment themed, this has attached equipment to it. Shantoto, Tactician Magician. Whenever you cast a Also, why is this a dwarf? That's not a dwarf, that's a potato. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, Shantoto gets +X/+O until end of turn. X is the amount of mana spent to cast that spell. If X is 4 or more, draw a card. Ooh, we are now 4 out of 5 on the rare land. Jador, Aristocratic Capital. So the adventure side, Overture, 4 and 2 blue, target opponent mills half their library, rounded down. There are cards that say if an opponent mills 1 or more cards, they mill twice that much, and that counts for something like this. This literally could be target opponent mills their library, and then it enters tapped and it's a blue. Anything else? Foil Black Mage's Rod, Trino Dark City, cool art card. I also have one more thing I bought which isn't Final Fantasy related, but I will do that after the Final Fantasy boosters. Might be worth showing off. It's magic, but it's not Final Fantasy. You're Not Alone, Resentful Revelation, Grand Pulse Ulchu, Stuck in Summoner's Sanctum, Ace Magic, Coel, Laporit Scout, Cloud of Darkness, 3/3 with flying for 6 mana, Particle Beam. When it enters target creature an opponent controls gets -X/-X, where X is the number of permanent cards in your graveyard. So if you're playing a graveyard themed, this basically reads 6 mana 3/3, kill a guy. Chocobo Racetrack. So 5 mana for an artifact that does nothing when it first happens, but every time you play a land, you make a Chocobo. So this can get out of hand quite quick. Random encounter, that's funny. Oh, no, we don't want to... I see you, full art card, we don't want to see you. We're not done with the uncommons. Shuffle your library, then mill 4 cards. Put each creature milled this way onto the battlefield. They gain haste. At the beginning of the next end step, return those creatures to their owner's hand. That is funny. That is a goofy ass card, I love that. Summon... Oh, it's a full art summon Primal Garuda. Oh my god, hi. Twirl's Head. Whoopsie. Ishtola Rule. At the beginning of your end step, exile target creature you control, then return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. Then if it's the first end step of the turn, there is an additional end step after this turn. Cress, look. Cappy arrive. Wife. Ooh, got a bonus rare. It's Zanakand? Yeah, I've said that right. We have already seen this one, but it's nice and foil. And it's unfortunately not the land we're missing from our rare land cycle. I think we're missing the red one. Yeah. Fallout Island. Cool hero token. I haven't seen that hero token before. And an aura. Treasure. So we are at 6 packs left. We do take things a bit slowly. Pack openings are normally a lot quicker because they tend to skip through the commons. I like to look at every card if it's the first time we're seeing it, as well as show off the art and stuff. We're here for a good time, not for a money-making time. White Aura Sight, Vein's Treachery, Chocobo Kick, Rook Turret. Time to build that end step trigger deck with Ishtola. It's definitely unique. Extra end steps is not something that's been done before until Ishtola rule, so that's definitely a unique build around. Sabatender, Dwarven Castle Guard, Delivery Moogle. Kieran, ding dong, another Moogle. 4 mana, 3/2 with flying. When this creature enters, search your library and/or graveyard for an artifact card with mana value 2 or less. Reveal it, put it into your hand. If you search your library this way, shuffle. Neat. Albed Salvages. Whenever this creature or another creature or artifact you control dies, target opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Okay, so Blood Artist for artifacts. Pretty neat. Ultros Obnoxious Octopus. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, if at least 4 mana was spent to cast it, tap target creature and opponent controls, put a stun counter on it. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, if at least 8 mana was spent to cast it, put 8 +1/+1 counters on Ultros. Fuck this guy. Yeah, I mean he's obnoxious, it says it in the name. I like Ultros, he's funny. Ultimecia, Time Sorceress. I hope that's a full art card, go away. When it enters or attacks, avail 2. At the beginning of your end step, you may pay 4, 2 blue, 2 black, and exile 8 cards from a graveyard. If you do, transform Ultimecia. Yeah, this does go hard. This is fucking gorgeous. Is there a rare underneath this? I don't think so. There is. She transforms into Ultimecia Omnipotent. 7/7 with Menace. When this creature transforms into Ultimecia Omnipotent, take an extra turn after this one. God damn, that's crazy. So you got another Motoya Archon Elder, I've seen it before. Squall Leonhardt, who is a, for all intents and purposes, reprint of Danitha Capuchin Paragon. Or Keyword Soup, and Artifact and Aura and Equipment discounting. It's actually not bad, very pretty art. Foilers Commune with Beavers, Full Art Plains, and a cool hero. Not the PS2 screenshots. I fuck with this with the PS2 screenshots and the dog shit concept art as these alternate arts so hard. I think it's so cool. Hello Biken, how you doing? You've caught us in our final 5 packs. Neckties, Bard's Bow, Combat Tutorial, Blazing Bomb, Galacat, Venturous Airship. Got the 5-color Terror today, so I'm good. Hell yeah. Ariman. Zidane, Tantalus Thief. When it enters, gain control of target. Oh, it's another theft effect. Gain control of target creature an opponent controls until end of turn. Untap it against lifelink and haste. Whenever an opponent gains control of a permanent from you, you create a treasure token. Oh, so when you give it back, you gain a treasure. That's kind of cool. Friend pulled a €245 Clive. Damn. These are just play boosters. Excuse me. But I'm happy. I'm here to pull cards and have a good time, not a money-making time. Tifa's Limit Break, another tiered thing. So you can somersault to give target creature +2/+2 until end of turn. Meteor Strikes, pay an extra 2 mana, double target creature's power and toughness until end of turn, and pay an extra 6 plus a green to triple target creature's power and toughness until end of turn. Adelbert Steiner, lifelink, gets +1/+1 for each equipment you control. I might run him in my equipment deck, but a lifelink never hurt anyone. Realm Sketching, create a token that's a copy of target artifact, creature, or land. Let me triple my Jumbo Cactuar. Joshua, Phoenix is Dominant. This is another card I was looking forward to. When Joshua enters, discard up to 2 cards, then draw that many cards. And for 3, a red and a white, tap it and exile it. To exile him and return it to the battlefield transformed under its owner's control. So you'll enter as Phoenix. We'll look at Phoenix in a sec. What's underneath? Ilgigus, Gone, Town of Ruin, and a hero token. Backside of Joshua is Phoenix, Warden of Fire, 4/4 flying lifelink. Steps 1 and 2 deals 2 damage to each opponent. Important to note for those that don't play Magic, because Phoenix is the one dealing this damage. Lifelink does go off, so you actually heal from it. And 3, Flames of Rebirth, return any number of target creature cards with total mana value 6 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Exile Phoenix and return it to the battlefield, front face up. So it becomes Joshua again. So it can rebirth anything up to total mana value 6 or less. And a little bit of flavor for you. The Clive card so Clive Rosfield, he is a total of 6 mana. So Joshua can return Clive to the battlefield. It's all right. I like it. I think it's cool. I like it, and I like the art as well. Might be decent against aggro in standard though. 5 mana is a bit much. You're not making it to 5 mana in standard, sadly. And even if you do, what's your game plan for turn 4 Omniscience? Sephiroth's Intervention. Gubu Gardener. Still sounds like a Yu-Gi-Oh card name. I play Gubu Gardener. Retrieve the Esper. Call them out and Chocobo. Ares Rescue Mission. Lunatic Pandora. Poison the Waters. That's a new one. 1 and a black. Choose 1. All creatures get -1/-1 until end of turn. Is that Kefka doing another war crime? It is. You fucking bitch. Target player reveals their hand. You choose an artifact or creature card from it. That player discards that card. Why is every one of Kefka's... Ooh, who's that, Lumi? Ooh. Why is every one of Kefka's cards him doing war crimes? Ignis Scientia? 3 mana 2/2. When Ignis enters, look at the top 6 cards of your library. Put a land card from among them onto the battlefield tapped. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. I've come up with a new recipe. 1 blue and a green and a tap. Exile target card from a graveyard. If a creature card was exiled this way, create a food token. Iggy, the king of Iggy. Kefka kind of did a lot of war crimes. Yeah, he was kind of that guy. Ring of the Lucy? Legendary artifact, 4 mana, tap to add 2 colorless. 2 Scream. 4. Sorry, that threw me off. 2 tap, pay 1 life, tap target non-land permanent. Okay, fine. This has got to go in the Lumi K package that I'm going to send to them. Summoner's Grimoire is our rare. Job select, so it comes attached to a 1/1 hero. Equipped creature is a shaman in addition to its other types and has whenever this creature attacks, you may put a creature card from your hand onto the battlefield. If that card is an enchantment card, it enters tapped and attacking. I need a losing my shit emote, man. Got a bonus rare, Summon Brynhilda. So it's a 2 mana 2/1, no keywords. Step 1, exile the top card of your library. During any turn you put a lore counter on this saga, you may play that card. Then steps 2 and 3, when you next cast a creature spell this turn, it gains haste until end of turn. A little bit of an aggressive guy, it's kind of cool. Another bonus sheet card, we got Shadowbringers, which is Dovin's Veto. This spell can't be countered, counter target non-creature spell. Wow! And our foil is Snow. Cool little planes. An anime, I think this is Chakram Stances. Bro, that looks like that looks like fucking Cygnus. Doesn't that look like Cygnus? Kinda looks like Cygnus. He's more cat than bunny though. Wow, that's pretty. Me when I tune into the Lumi K stream and I see Lumi K on my screen. XD. Got him. Yeah, up top. Fuck yeah. Undercity Dire Rat. Summon Fat Chocobo. Ice Flan. Suplex. Cloudbound Moogle. Instant Ramen. Pretty interesting how many people don't give a fuck about MTG but cards from the set. Yeah, no, there was plenty of people who were more Final Fantasy people at pre-release today. And they were just so nice to talk to as well. So nice to talk to. Oh my god! Mio404, hi, hello! Hi. How are you doing? Hi. Oh my gosh. It's the first time I haven't been raided by someone who isn't one of my homies, so I actually have to introduce myself. Hi, hello. How you guys doing? Hi, my name's Kita. I play all sorts of video games I think are cool and I want to show off, or I
new follower.
Show off parts, show off hobbies to people who may not know them. So I play a bit of Magic. Magic isn't normally my thing. No, Kita, you always have to give the intro. But yeah, I like Magic. Magic is normally my thing on stream, but I do like to show it off when I can. And Final Fantasy being the new hotness and getting people into the game, I figured I may as well do a box opening and see how things are going. So yeah, you've joined me just towards the end. We've only got 2 and a little bit packs left to go, sadly. But yeah, we've opened some great things, which we'll take a little look in the recap. So thanks for stopping by. If you need to eat or drink or get water and such, please make sure you do so. You don't have to stick around, but it'd be a lot cooler if you did. Thank you very much. Thanks for sharing your lovely community with me. What were you up to? You were also playing Magic. Were you also opening a box? We just went through our box. What did you get? Did you get any nice pulls? I'll show you my best pull. I have the C4 laden child in here somewhere. This is my pile of rares. Where is my C4 child? There he is. I can't. He will explode soon. We open a collector box and a bundle. Oh, nice. I couldn't get a hold of a collector box. We're just doing play boosters, but I'm really enjoying it so much. Oh, hey, I know, right? That is a nice pull. I was buzzing when I got this. I got this. I got the, I think my best pulls, without spoiling, is, I mean, I am going to spoil it. But I think my best pulls are Vivi. I got the Cloud, Midgar Mercenary. And I don't know, I think I did get something else that was quite heat in terms of value, but I'm not here for value, I'm just here to have a good time. But I've opened some great things. I'm lucky to be friends with my LGS owner, so he got them for me. Hell yeah! We definitely take those benefits where we can. Very nice. Vivi's artist is really active on Twitter, by the way, if you want to check them out. Okay, well I definitely will do that. Value is like third thing I care about. Same. My main things are like having a good time, pulling things I want for my commander decks. There's a handful of things in here, like I mainly play like equipment jank, so I got Machinist's Arsenal, which is probably the best equipment for me from this set, so I'm really happy about that. And then third is like value, but yeah. Also, something I plan on doing is I got a lot of friends who aren't into Magic, but they care a lot about Final Fantasy, so I plan on collecting cards, like the shiniest, nicest versions of various cards who are their favorite Blobos. So like a friend of mine really likes Gilgamesh, Lumi in chat really likes the Final Fantasy 15 boys, and I plan on collecting all those and sending it to the homies. Or I have credit on Card Market as well, so I'm gonna buy the singles I don't pull to send to homies. Just a nice little different gift. I think that'd be quite nice. I do have an equipped deck too. Got lucky with the WW Cloud, which one's the which cloud, sorry? If you pull a Clive, I call dibs. Oh, someone else has already called dibs. Oh, double white. Oh, sorry. Yeah, the Midgar Mercenary. Thank you for the follow, by the way, and thank you for the follow, Frumpy Lettuce. Thank you. But yeah, hopefully we get something nice in these final few packs. And that'll be it, sadly. I do have one more thing to open that's Magic related, but not Final Fantasy. I will show that off as well. Oh my god, Lumi, as if like it's not enough. Look, it's the other boy. Your favorite boy, I think. So we've seen most of the commons and uncommons, so we're just flicking through those. If it's something we're seeing for the first time, we read it out, and if someone wants to go back and say like, oh hey, that card looks cool, do you mind reading that one out? I'm happy to do that as well. Framing all these cards, it's definitely happening, yeah. I got so many promptos. This is the first prompto we hit. So it's a 2 mana, 2/2 with haste. Selfie shot whenever you cast a non-creature spell. If at least 4 mana was spent to cast it, create a treasure token. I think we've got every boy except... well, we're missing Noctis. Is it 4 of them? There's only 4 boys in total, right? Yeah, we got the supporting cast. We don't have the main guy. Got all versions, even Surge Prompto. Oh, very nice. Pookie. Traverse the Overworld. Affinity for towns. Draw 4 cards. Clash of the Icons. Choose one or more target creature you control. Fights target creature opponent controls. Remove a lore counter from target saga you control. That's pretty good. Or put a lore counter on target saga. So you can repeat an effect that's really strong, or you can accelerate a saga to get to the strongest effect that's likely at the end. The Crystal's Chosen. Create 4 1/1 colorless hero creature tokens and put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. Pretty cool effect. Definitely not 7 mana worthy, but 7 mana for 4 2/2s is okay. I'm gonna butcher this name. Zeldinkt? Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I'm sorry. 2 and a red for an 0/3. You may play an additional land on each of your turns. It gets +1/+0 for each land you control. At the beginning of your end step, return a land you control to its owner's hand. That's kind of cool. Wonder what. I mean, you get all your landfall triggers, so you can slap him in like a landfall deck with red. That's kind of cool. I wonder what else you could build that around. Decent in landfall to guarantee drops? Absolutely, yeah. Stuck in Summoner's Sanctum as foil, Baron, Airship Kingdom as tap land, and a hero horror token. Look at that. Spooky fella. My Goth GF token? The hero, right? Not the horror. That's okay, you can have her. I like the bunny warrior with the huge axe. That's her without makeup. Oh my god, Viking. Cornered by black mages. Precious Wanderings. Ice Magic. Item Shopkeep. Fate of the Suncrist. Crossroads Village. Blitzball Zoo. Lionheart. Bro, they did Squall's weapon so dirty. They made his weapon a common, like, not even legendary. They made it an uncommon draft chaff that pings. They did him dirty. When this equipment enters, it deals 2 damage to any target. A creature gets +2/+1. It's a stinker, but hey, what can you do? Budget energy sword looking ass. Stolen Uniform. This is a pretty unique card. 1 blue, choose target creature you control and target equipment. Gain control of that equipment until end of turn. Attach it to the chosen creature. When you lose control of that equipment this turn, if it's attached to a creature you control, unattach it. So like there's some weird, like you may think that's kind of worded in a convoluted way, but there are some very unique rulings regarding equipment and it being passed around between players, which means they have to word it that way. But a 1 mana equipment theft effect at instant speed is something that's very unique and definitely hasn't been seen before. Garnet, Princess of Alexandria. 2/2 with lifelink for 1 white, 1 green. Whenever Garnet attacks, you may remove a lore counter from each of any number of sagas you control. Put a +1/+1 counter on Garnet for each lore counter removed this way. So this is that spoiler? I hope not. FF9. Is it? If it's spoiler, I'm sorry, don't look. We got Fang! We got the other half! Nice. So, Fang, so do you remember the meld? Oh, Fan, the fucker, I saw him. No, he didn't, he's fine. We'll look at him in a sec. Whenever 1 or more cards leave your graveyard, you draw a card and you lose 1 life. This ability triggers only once each turn, and it melds with Vanille, so we need to go find our Vanille, because we've lost her again. So, we'll look at the fucker in a minute. Let's try and find a Vanille somewhere. I think I still have one in this pile. I nearly knocked all my bulk over, that would have been catastrophic. Vanille, ding dong. Nope, she's not in that pile. Okay, whatever. Oh, I don't want to dig through bulk, but I kind of want to show you guys the thingy. I should have put one to one side in case we found one. How did I find 3 Vanilles and only 1 Fang? It shouldn't take too long. I'll definitely find one. She's somewhere around here. Wait, I'm a genius. She's in my pre-release deck, which is currently behind me, so we can just grab her out of that. Oh, and there's the Angelo and Darkstar token I was talking about earlier, by the way. I found no Fang and 3 Vanille. Yeah, I found the... I don't know what it's called, but like the art version where they have the number of the game that they're in the background. That's the only card I opened. It's 1 Vanille of that. So there's Angelo. There's Darkstar. The more unique tokens from this set. So just to show people what a cool meld card looks like, I'll just go find Vanille now. So, just to give you guys a reminder, at the beginning of your first main phase, if you both own and control Vanille and a creature named Fang Fearless Icy, or La Icy, I don't know how to pronounce it, I'm sorry, you may pay 3, 1 black, 1 green if you do exile them and meld them into Ragnarok Divine Deliverance. So you would pay the mana cost and do this. Flip them over so they're like that. Ragnarok Divine Deliverance is a 7/6 Vigilance, Menace, Trample, Reach, Haste. When Ragnarok dies, destroy target permanent and return target non-legendary permanent card from your graveyard to the battlefield. It's super cool. Meld cards are so fucking sick in my opinion, but they're just like, it's so difficult to find them and make them work. They're super, super cool though. Anyway, onto Lumi's, what did Lumi say? The fucker? Arden the Usurper, 5 and 3 black. This guy beat my ass at pre-release. Legendary creature, Elden Human Noble. Demons you control have Menace, Lifelink, and Haste. Haste in black is fucking demonic, by the way. Like, who approved this? At the beginning of combat on your turn, exile up to 1 target creature from a graveyard. If you exile the card this way, create a token that's a copy of that card, except it's a 5/5 black demon. And remember, demons get Menace, Lifelink, and Haste. Foil is Final Days, Gone Town of Ruin as our tap land, and a Chocobo Wizard token. Last pack, sadly. All good things must come to an end. But I've thoroughly enjoyed this. Like, as much as I complain about having bulk and shelf space and stuff whenever I do these box openings, they're actually some of my most, like, favorite streams ever. It's so nice to just chill out, open cards and read them. I love it. So let's hope we get a nice hit at the very end. Oh, you guys are on about Brizella? Yeah, Brizella's so fucking sick. Another one I really like is the Might Stone and Weak Stone, melding with Urza. I don't know what he's called. I don't know what it's called though. I think the card is called Urza Planeswalker, and the idea is these like powerful stones that have like this latent magical energy. He puts them into his damn eyeballs and they become his eyes. It's sick. It's definitely not as cool as Brizella, but I do like Urza Planeswalker. I think it's really cool. Marlboro Cigarettes, Gyashel Greens, Dreams of Laguna, Warrior's Sword, Weapons Vendor, Laughing Mad, Fire Magic, Overkill. So this is the opposite of the funny Cactuar, by the way. Target creature gets -0, -9999 until end of turn. In Spanish, Urza is called Urzar, Señor Protector. I think that's neat. You know what's really funny as well, before we keep talking about Magic? But keep talking about Final Fantasy? Certain cards have more monetary value if they're printed in a language that's, like, not English. Like, you'd think, like, the most valuable printings would be, like, English and Japanese normally, because those are the two languages where the game is most played. Spanish Farewell, yeah, so there's a card called Farewell, and it's 6 mana like exile everything, basically. But in Spanish, the card is literally just called Adios. So, like, it's worth like 4 times as much as regular Farewell. That's really funny to me. Adios. So something which is kind of cool about Overkill, there's a handful of cards that have Indestructible. But if a creature has no toughness, that gets around Indestructible, for example. So whilst this is basically 3 mana kill a creature, this technically can kill, well not technically, this does kill a creature with Indestructible, because you're not killing it, you are just you're just reducing its toughness to 0, which will kill it by, like, proxy. So something to consider if you do plan on playing this game. State-based actions, baby! Side quest card collection. The Final Fantasy XIV Triple Triad. When this enchantment enters, draw 3 cards, then discard 2 cards. At the beginning of your end step, if 8 or more cards are in your graveyard, transform this enchantment. I'm just gonna check to see if there's another uncommon before we check out that backside. There is. Check out the backside. It's the mount. Magicked card. They put the magic card in the magic card. This is my second day of being MTG. I'm enjoying Arena so far. I'm bored to go to my local store to hold official tourneys to see what products they have. Hell yeah, that's what it's all about. Welcome to the game. I hope you're having a great time playing. Welcome, welcome. That's so nice to hear. I love people getting into this game. This is an artifact vehicle. It's a vehicle because you need to mount it. It's funny. You should have fun on Arena, play mice. Don't tell them to play the horrible aggro. So it's a 4/4 flying with crew 1. One of our final uncommons is X-Death Void Warlock. A 1 mana, 1 black, 1 green. When it enters, you gain 3 life. At the beginning of your end step, if there are 6 more permanent cards in your graveyard, transform X-Death. So he has another backside. I think there's a rare underneath him though, so we'll put him to one side. Genji Glove. Equipped creature. I was looking for this as well. This is going to go on my equipment deck. Equipped creature has double strike. When equipped creature attacks, if it's the first combat phase of the turn, untap it. After this phase, there is an additional combat phase, so it's extra combats as an equipment, which is what I'm all about in my deck. Backside of X-Death is Neo X-Death. No, go away, bonus card. We don't want to see you yet. Backside of X-Death is Neo X-Death Dimension's End. A star 3 with trample. His power is equal to the number of permanent cards in your graveyard. And once again, the art is just gorgeous. Genji Glove. Foul Sea Paradise, Carpet of Flowers. Green enchantment at the beginning of each of your main phases. If you haven't added mana with this ability this turn, you may add X mana of any one color, where X is the number of islands target's opponent controls. So it's a island hate. Carpet of Flowers is a very good card. I got this from the Doctor Who set as well. Final foil is a Sabatender. Final dual land is Gongaga. Me? Gongaga. Is this new set all new cards to the game? Yeah, the majority of them are. The only cards that aren't new is, as far as I know. I mean, there's a few reprints, stuff like Syncopate, but these aren't cards you'll be familiar with. But the things you need to keep an eye out for most are these things. I'm not sure if they're standard legal. But these are, for all intents and purposes, mechanical reprints of cards that already exist. They just have different names. They are not standard legal. Then disregard what I just said. There's only a handful of reprints in the current set, but these aren't cards you'll be familiar with. Everything is going to be new to you, so to speak. So we got a Sabatender, a Gongaga, and another cool art card. And sadly, there's no more packs. That's it. Final Fantasy is over. I do have one more thing I bought at my LGS, which, I mean, I may as well do on stream. I bought a Deadpool Secret Lair. What's the mythics? Let's do Deadpool and then we'll recap. So let's see what's inside Deadpool. I'm not a Marvel guy, I just think Deadpool is kind of cool. Did we pull Clive? We sadly did not pull Clive. We pulled Joshua though. Opening ASMR. None of this is actually happening. There is a man at a typewriter. This is all his twisted imagination. Wade Wilson, Deadpool. Oh, look at that. Deadpool trading card. Isn't that just on brand? As Deadpool enters, you may exchange his text box and another creature's. At the beginning of your upkeep, you lose 3 life. 3 mana, sacrifice this creature. Each other player draws a card. You may think, that sounds like ass. However, you are giving this effect to someone else. Doesn't target, isn't an ETB, goes around protection. Yeah, but like, people do heinous crimes with this card, and I mean really heinous crimes. They make decks that are like foul to play against. There's a few more Deadpool themed cards in this pack, which you can see there's a few in there. So I'll open that up. Just getting my sleeves ready. It's really strong. You haven't lived until you've copied it 7 times. I need the Blade of Selves Deadpool card. Let's try and open this a bit carefully, instead of using my normal gorilla hands. So we got Deadly Rollick. If you control a commander, you may cast a spell without paying its mana cost. Exile target creature. And it's of course it's Deadpool riding a unicorn chasing after Cable. Saw in half. Destroy target creature. If that creature dies this way, its controller creates 2 tokens that are copies of that creature, except their power is half that creature's power, and their toughness is half that creature's toughness. It is exactly what it says on the tin. You are sawing one of your creatures in half. Blasphemous Act. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each creature on the battlefield. It deals 13 damage to each creature. These are all good-ass cards that I just don't own, if that makes sense. I mean, I own a Blasphemous Act, everyone does, but Saw in Half I don't think I own. I don't own a Deadly Rollick, and that's a good-ass card. Deadpool is just cool, even if I'll never use him, because he's kind of, like, toxic. Vandal Blast is a generically good card, and there's stuff I would just like to use. So Vandal Blast, look at me, I'm Chandra, I can't speak, look at me, I'm Chandra Nala. Destroy target artifact you don't control, or overload for 4 in a red, which turns it into destroy every artifact you don't control. And he's farting into his flamethrower, because he is very mature. Harmless Offering. There's Jeff! There's Jeff the Landshark! And Gwenpool! Target opponent gains control of target permanent you control. Just give something away. It's quite cool. Alright, now let's do a little recap. And be very careful not to show my face in any of the sleeves reflections, because I have done that, and it means I have to kill the VOD. So we've got all our rares in one pile, and then all of our bonus sheet cards in one pile. I think we'll do the rares first. We've got Genji Glove, nice little artifact that is an extra combat trigger. Arden the Usurper, this absolute demon. Enhance. Balaam Garden Seed Academy, rare land that can transform into a big thing. Zeldinkt, red landfall man. Arden the Fucker. VV Ornitier, probably the biggest hit of the entire set. I'm going to put him up here. He is a C4 filled child that you can turn into much mana and an explosion. Summon Titan, pretty good thing, returns all your lands, pretty generic, pretty nice. Triple Triad. A funny theft effect, for being honest, a really funny theft effect, and I do have a theft deck that I might put in there. The Lunar Whale, pretty cool blue equipment, pretty cool blue vehicle, not equipment, sorry. Machinist Arsenal, this is king of the equipment of the entire set in my opinion. I think this is potentially better than Buster Sword, at least in Commander if you are building around equipment. It's just +2/+2 for each artifact you control, and all equipments are artifacts, so this can get way out of hand. Edgar, King of Figaro, this is the guy that rigs coin flips, which is really cool and really unique. The absolute diva machine that is Xenosier Galvus, and his flip backside, which we can't see because he's in a sleeve. Balthier and Fran, red and green vehicle synergies, not that interesting. Dion, Bahamut's Dominant, Knights, and on the backside, giving things flying, definitely a game ender. Nibelheimer Flame, probably, I would say it's a decent chance to be a pretty good board wipe, and if you play it from your graveyard, it refills your hand a little bit. Clive's Hideaway, it's a hideaway land, there's nothing that special, but I think it is on flavor for Final Fantasy 16. Shame we didn't pull Clive himself. GF Cerberus, a summon, a instant and sorcery doubler and then tripler, which I think is really fucking funny actually. It's because he's hiding in there. Oh, it's where the Clive card is hiding. Commander, it's so good. Yeah, I do like the hideaway cards in Commander. Golbez Crystal Collector, I'm looking forward to this. I might build around this. I think blue-black artifacts is a really fun build around. There's a handful of commanders that can do it. I think this guy might be the best one. But yeah, he's pretty, like, you know, he's pretty bog standard. My boy Golbez, he's so cool. The Wind Crystal. So white discounts, life gain, and turn things into flying and lifelink. Pretty good. Minwu White Mage, another lifelink thing in white. this is, like, I think Cleric Tribal might be a thing. And if Cleric Tribal is a thing, then, this is definitely going to be, like, the commander for it. Cloud Midgar Mercenary, probably the second biggest hit we got. It's Stoneforge Mystic at home, basically. People are arguing whether this will be an upgrade or a side grade to any Stoneforge Mystic decks that exist. But, yeah, I think it's cool. I play equipment. It's 100% going in my equipment deck, so I'm going to put that over there with the big hits. Summon Brynhilda. This is the aggro saga creature, giving creatures haste and giving you an impulse draw. Summoner's Grimoire. This is Elvish Piper on an equipment. I think a handful of people are looking for this. Not something I'm interested in. I don't play green. But yeah, I think it's pretty cool. Joshua Phoenix is dominant. I think this card's cool. I think it's like just a generic good card with lifelink and stuff, but I like the art for it. Definitely something tough to build around, but I do like how it'll get you a shit ton of life, and it will recur a lot of good things. Matoya Archon Elder, turn your Scries and Surveils into draws. Zanarkand, one of the Adventureland. Joshua is an Exile transform, so he doesn't keep counters and stuff. Yeah, it's a bit sad. Zanarkand is one of the Adventureland cycles. So we got 4 out of 5 of these, which is kind of shocking, but also pretty cool. I wouldn't say it's one of the strongest ones. If you're playing limited, it's probably one of the stronger ones. Ishtola Rule. Extra end steps, which is something which has never been explored before in Magic as far as I know. Definitely a very, very interesting build around. There are tons of cards which give you benefits at the end, on the start of your end step, and having multiple end steps means you will get multiple of those benefits. I think that's really cool. Shador, Aristocratic Capital. This was the blue part of the Rare Land cycle. This one mills half the targeted opponent's library. So it's more mill support. Having a mill effect on a land is going to help a lot of mill decks out. Excuse me. But yeah, not something I'm into, but I still think it's kind of cool. Wandering Minstrel, Yoshi P himself. This is basically a unique Uberg build around that cares about the town lands, and I think that's kind of fun. Like, you know, it's half landfall, half weird towns and stuff, and it's also lands you control enter untapped, and there's some really heinous things you can do with that effect. The Fire Crystal. So I believe we've only seen the White Crystal so far. We got the full art version, which is quite nice. So red spells cost 1 less, creatures you control have haste, and for 4 and 2 red you make a token. This is probably the weakest out of all of them, but still pretty cool, and definitely one of the cooler art pieces we've seen. Kane, Traitorous Dragoon, the most brainwashed man alive. I think this is really fun in like group hug or group slug decks, where the idea is you're just passing resources around to the entire table and also doing damage to them at the same time. This is like more of a funny card than a good card, but I 100% fuck with it. The Water Crystal. So this is the blue part of the crystals. This is this goes around mill. Whenever an opponent would mill 1 or more cards, they mill that many cards plus 4 instead. And then for 4 and 2 blue, each opponent mills cards equal to the number of cards in your hand. It's more mill support, but this cares about incremental mill. So stuff that says, when you do a thing, opponent mills 1 card. Because instead of milling 1 card, they'll mill 5 cards. But you can do that thing multiple times each turn. Hello, Virtual Tuber KitaArias. Hello, Virtual Tuber Necromantic Nail. Welcome, welcome. We're just recapping. We're finishing off the stream soon, sadly, but welcome in. Jumbo Cactuar, the meme king of this entire set. You will fling this at somebody. It will be funny every time you do it. Just got home from barbecue. Yo, yum. Ultima Origin of Oblivion. This is every Eldrazi's dream, in my opinion. It's an Eldrazi mana accelerator and land hate. Like, this is gonna go in every colorless deck from now until the end of time. That's from FF16, right? Yep, absolutely. You haven't been here, Nail, but like, that sounds rude. I don't mean it rudely, sorry. But for the Magic the Gathering Final Fantasy cards, they have this little thing at the bottom which shows you which game they're actually from. So he's from 16, that's from 8, that's from 3, so on. Cecil Dark Knight. This is one I'm on the fence of. We went over this when we first pulled it. I don't think this card will make a splash in Standard. I think it's just too slow and just too self-sabotaging until it flips over, but I'm happy to be proven wrong. I think if the meta does slow down, this becomes a 4 of in every Standard deck that contains black. But yeah, I'm undecided on this card. As of right now, it's just really cool, because it flips over into this, which is even cooler. You're an uncommon, what are you doing here? Fuck off, Barrett. Rauban, Bull of Alamigo, it's more... What's the backside? Backside is 4/4 lifelink. When it attacks, everything gets indestructible. Might have a place in the black aggro deck we got Tarkia. Well, maybe, that could be nice. I think there's a deck that... It's this really cheap deck I might buy in paper to take to my LGS. That's Standard friendly. And it uses a lot of those cards that are like... Costs 1 less for each creature card in your graveyard. So it's something like Hollow Marauder from Thunder Junction. There's one like it from Aether Drift. There's a ton of them that are currently in Standard, and it's a really, really good it's a really, really good, cheap, budget-friendly Standard deck right now. Kita, if you were a card, what color and cost would you be? Like, oh, see, now that's a loaded question, because obviously my whole vibes are like green, maybe green-white. I don't like playing green. I'm red-white. I'm like a fucking gorilla. Like, I'm just gorilla me turn card sideways. And that's not what me as a character is like. I'd probably be green-white, something to do with life gain and like making deer tokens. I think that'd be cool. I would be an elk commander. We don't have elk commanders yet. Dude, go Gruul then? I know, but like... No, but I mean like my vibes. I don't think my vibes are red at all. I'm Golgari or Abzan, basically your colors. Fair, fair. Kita the character is Naya. Maybe, I could see that. Rauban is more equipment synergies. He can cheat and equip cost, but his ward is actually quite nice as well if he's equipped himself. So I think he's quite cool. Kefka, King of War Crimes. This is just evil discard stuff, and then he turns into an absolute rat bastard. That draws you 1,000,000 cards. Got another copy of Triple Triad. I'll just put that over there so it's out of the way. We got... Written Like a Titan, by the way. Good effect. We got, in my opinion, the best out of all the rare lands. Midgar, City of Mako. I think 3 mana to sack a creature or artifact to draw 2 as an adventure side on a land is insane. I think if the meta in Standard slows down, this will be included in pretty much every black deck ever, alongside Cecil. But yeah, I think it's pretty good. Having a draw 2 effect on us as an adventure on a land is pretty crazy. That's an uncommon I've put to one side because I want to put it in one of my own decks. We don't need to see that one. A second Golbez and a second Matoya. Sadly. I have misplaced some rares. I've misplaced my rares from pre-release. We should go over those as well. You know what sucks? We only got 1 Sid. I can't believe that. All those packs, we only got 1 Sid. Just looking for my pre-release rares to show those off as well. I've misplaced them under some of these wrappers. That's pretty crazy considering there's so many. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they're like slightly less common than the average uncommon, if that makes sense. Kind of like the Nazgul, they want them to be collector's pieces. Let's got that one. That one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. Don't look at those names, we're recapping. I rarely see people pull them. Yeah, he definitely seems to be show printed. So these are mainly the rares from my pre-release, but that's okay, we'll still go over them anyway. We got another water crystal. Oops, this was my promo. We've already seen a water crystal. Another Balthier and Fran, already seen them. Another Lunar Whale, seen them. We got Squall, Seed Mercenary. This cares about Exalted as a mechanic, so things attacking alone. So you basically just want to make one big guy. I think that's quite cool. Kind of fun to build around. We got Kuja, Genome Sorcerer. So if you remember the Wizard tokens, he basically cares about those. I might make a deck that's based around those. I think that might be fun. Black-red wizards. At the beginning of your end step, make a wizard, and then if you have 4 or more wizards, he transforms into your wizards deal double damage. It's a 4/6, and the art is gorgeous. We have Ultima, such devastation. I had Kuja in my pre-release deck too. I couldn't decide between green-white or black-red wizards for my pre-release. I went with green-white. Ultima, this is like a board wipe. I think the cool thing, like the downside for Ultima, which is end the turn, there's plenty of ways to play sorceries at instant speed, and this will cut someone's turn off very, very very quickly as well. It's really evil. Got a second Zanarkand from my my pre-release. We got the 4th. End the turn prevents death triggers from happening. True, it does. It prevents all negative end of turn effects from happening. It just clears the stack and just ends the turn. We got Ishgard, the Holy Sea, as the 4th land in the rare land cycle. We were only missing the red one, whatever it's called. I think this one's actually pretty good. I might slot this into my artifact deck that's based around equipment. It returns 2 artifacts and or enchantments from your graveyard to your hand, and then it just enters as a planes. Also, it's Ishgard, like the city of like dragon racism from fucking Final Fantasy 14. Are you a dragon? No. Oh my god, that's my home. I do find Ishgard really funny though. It's not dragon racism, it's more like dragon like overzealous religionism. You better not be a dragon. I'm not a dragon, I swear. Isn't that weird that Aura dragons but Voidborn? I did not know that. I don't know shit about Final Fantasy, I'm just here for a good time. It is beautiful though, I do like winter-based cities. And the final rare is Esper Origins, a very good generic card in general. Surveils, gains life, and then turns into Overrun effect. It's quite nice. This won me so many games in pre-release, but I think overall, for Commander and formats beyond, I don't know, I don't think it's that great. Esper Origins is nutty. It was definitely nutty in pre-release. Just value off out the gourd. And then our bonus sheet hits. We got Carpet of Flowers, a counterspell, a second counterspell, Shadowbringers, which is Dovin's Veto, Squall Leonhardt, who is Danither Capuchin Paragon. I actually don't have space for in my equipment deck. I have things that are just better, sadly. Newfound Adventure of John a Realm Reborn, which is a copy of Farseek. Adea Kramer, who's a copy of Teferi, Mage of Zalfir. Promise Fulfilled, which is a copy of Light Up the Stage. Look at that PS2 screenshot. I love that shit so much. I think it's so hype. I love these bonus sheet cards. Cecil Harvey is Timna the Weaver. Blessing of the Oracle, sorry Lumi, as a Chroma's Will. I might not include that one in your care package, Lumi, sorry. Only because I might use it myself, because a Chroma's Will is fucking broken. Endwalker as Brainstorm. And Battle at the Big Bridge as Fatal Push. That's all our cool hits. There's plenty of definitely cool legendary uncommons that are not quite neat build-arounds. However, I did not put them into a pile. They are all in this pile. And this pile. Which are... No! had to happen on camera too, are you kidding me? Okay, well, that's the end of the stream. I was gonna be like, look how funny these card piles are, like, look how thick they are, haha. Oopsie. That's so funny. Okay, yeah, well, that's the end of the stream. I can still reach my mouse just about. So let's go try and find someone to raid. Brother, no. No, it's okay. I did this myself. You know what? Well, let's... Mio did their own box opening and sent us some love. Why don't we find someone in the Magic the Gathering tab who's also doing box openings, and we'll send love over to them instead. We'll find I think I see someone right here. Another VTuber as well, yes. Begone, flesh tubers, the digital age is now. So I'm just gonna double check that their chat isn't in follower mode only and stuff like that. See how far along they are in their opening journey. They seem to be a few packs deep, but they still got a few more to go. Oh, they're in follower mode only. Sorry, Chief. Right. Okay. Let's keep searching then. I appreciate wanting to be away from the trolls and stuff of this world, but you know, I gotta at least, you gotta let me say hi if I'm gonna raid in. No, everyone doing pack opening is a filthy flesh tuber. Wait, I found one. I found another one. Followers only, chat. Oh my word. You guys are killing me. You're killing me out here.
Just for entering?
We will find someone.
Lions are known for their
I'm in the tab for Magic the Gathering, and I saw my own stream, and I'm like, who the hell's this guy? Get a load of this guy. Oh god, is that what I look like? Is that what I sound like? Oh, this is bumming me out. Why can't I find someone? Okay, we'll just have to pick a flesh tuber, I think. Sad, but unfortunate. We found someone! Yapping about my Final Fantasy pre-release experience. This is good enough. Hell yeah. Cool. So they're called Fua Mei. I can't reach my keyboard. Give me a sec. I'm gonna probably knock all these cards onto the floor. Right. That is... reaching for my keyboard. That is the end of the stream. If you want to stay up to date with me and see when I go live next, feel free to follow my socials and join my Discord. The Discord's fairly quiet, it's just basically a way for people to keep up to date with my schedule and such. The next stream will likely be... what day are we on? We're on Sunday. Next stream will likely be Tuesday. We might have one Monday. Mondays and Wednesdays are a maybe day. Tuesday is more likely. We're probably going to be continuing Clear Obscure or another Craps Treasure. So if you like me, you like my vibes, and you just want to see the more gamer side as opposed to just cracking packs and chatting and having fun, feel free to stop by. Thank you again to people who followed, rated, gifted subs and all sorts. I appreciate it very much. Kieran, Koya and Mio as well. Mio, it was lovely to meet you. Thanks for hanging out and thanks for sharing your community with me. And yeah, I will send you guys over to this Fua Mei, and hopefully they have nice things to Fua say. Haha. As you can see, I'm the peak of comedy. Please don't leave. Please don't unfollow. Thank you so much for the stream. Thank you. Alright, so there's raid started. There's your raid message. There's your raid message if you're not a subscriber or you just like that one a little bit more, because to be honest, I know I do. And that's it. Have a great time, have a great day, the rest of your day, night, whatever time zone you are in. If you need to eat, get water, or sleep, obviously feel free to do so. You don't have to join in the raid, but it'd be a lot cooler if you did. So yeah, have a great rest of your time zone, and I will see you guys later. I'm gonna go get food, because it's 10:30 and I'm very hungry. Bye! Have a good day, bye! See you Tuesday, bye! Oh wait, no, I can wave! What? Bye! 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 Bye!